A person can have all the money in the world, but with bad planning and poor spending habits, all that money can disappear faster than a Bugatti can get from 0 to 100. This video will discuss 12 simple ways in which you can be smarter with your money. If you want to be smarter with your money, you have to know what you want to accomplish with it. Your financial goals should be written down and well articulated. The first step in this is knowing what your annual income is and what your net worth is. And then you can use this knowledge to set big goals in your business and personal life. We can now quickly run through 12 basic tips on how to better manage your money. Learn to save whatever money you have. You don't have to save big at first, but saving is a habit that can be nurtured. When you're making a lot of money, your lifestyle could dull your senses about the need to save. However, if you can start seeing every extra money you earn as a tool of paying off your student loans, personal loans, having an emergency fund, or investment account, you'll begin to understand how effective saving can be for you in the long run. When it comes to saving, the earlier you start, the greater your advantage. But it's never too late to start saving. Due to the magic of compound interest, someone who starts to save early in life does not have to save as much as someone who starts saving later on. Let's use a very simple example to illustrate this point. We'll assume we have two women. One is 21 and the other one is 31. So each of them wants to save something for the time they retire at 65. Suppose they each want to have 253,000 kwacha at the time of retirement, and the savings account has an annual interest rate of 6%. The 31-year-old would need to save 190 kwacha per month, while the 21-year-old would only need to save about 100 kwacha a month. As we can see, the 31-year-old will be making almost double the monthly payment in order to make up for the 10 years that she had missed, if only she had started saving 10 years earlier. In as much as saving may be useful for storing your money for future use, it does lead you to grow your money, and that's where investment comes in. You can only build wealth by investing, and you should also make this a habit. Again, just like saving, you do not need a lot of money to get started. You should simply be willing to research and learn about the advantages of smart investments and how to begin. Take advantage of the money compounding opportunities available and invest that extra cash. A few good investment opportunities are real estate, government bonds, mutual funds, and the stock market. You cannot overemphasize the power of surrounding yourself with people who can support you with financial advice and knowledge. Successful people who are high earners have the capacity to expand your thinking and boost your income. Most of the time, we become like the people we surround ourselves with. You certainly would improve your financial habits when you're surrounded by people who are smart with their money. You can't be smart with your money when you do not know how much you're spending or giving away. If you want to be sure about how much you can potentially put away, you must track your daily expenses. There are a few apps that can help you figure out how much you're giving out and how much money is coming in. If you're spending more than you earn, you will never get ahead. In fact, it's a sure sign that your finances are heading for trouble. The best way you can make sure your income is greater than your expenses is to track your expenses for a month or two and then create a budget. It can be a very simple budget, but you should have one. As you are creating your budget and trying to stick to it, it can take 3 to 4 months of constant adjustments and reallocations for your budget to eventually start working out. But once it does, the results can be amazing as your money starts to work for you and move you forward towards your financial goals. One thing that goes hand in hand with budgeting is learning how to differentiate needs from wants. And sometimes we do a very good job at convincing ourselves that our wants are actually needs. But try to remember this: we all need shelter, but you do not need to live in the biggest, most expensive house in order to be happy. At the same time, we all need transportation, but you do not need to use the most expensive luxury car on the market in order for you to get from point A to point B. Once you differentiate your needs and wants, you only spend money on things that you can truly afford, whilst you saving and investing adequately to meet long-term, crucial financial goals. This will be better off for you financially. Comparison shopping is a practice of comparing prices in advance before shopping in order to achieve the best deals and pricing on merchandise and services. It has at least 3 advantages. Number 1, quality over quantity. Many offers trick customers by offering quantity rather than quality. For instance, a supplier may be in the process of a clearance sale in order to do away with a product as they prepare for the launch of a new one. Consumers in such situations are lured by the prices and forget to check out the quality of the products. Comparison shopping helps the consumers to weed out such offers by weighing the price variance and establishing an offer worth their time and money. If a deal seems too good to be true, a consumer can check it against other similar products and determine its worthiness. The second advantage to comparison shopping is better decision making, as it can help the consumer to compare not only the prices of the discounts available, but also the features that are available on items such as TVs or computers that may be on discount. A consumer using comparison shopping consequently can make a sound decision while at the same time settling for the best bargain on the market that is there for offer. The last advantage to comparison shopping that we'll consider is that it allows one to save money. No one wants to waste their hard-earned cash, and as such, while shopping, money-saving techniques tend to be a top priority. A consumer can ask themselves questions like, who has the best discounts? Are there any sales coming along soon? What are the discount codes? And where can the consumer get them? These are among the essential concepts that enable shoppers to gain maximum saving while shopping. It's important for your family's well-being that you have a substantial emergency fund. There should be at least 3 to 6 months worth of expenses saved in your emergency fund. If you haven't already, make your emergency fund its own separate savings account. You may even want to open an account at a different bank so that the money is not too easy for you to access if you think that you may be tempted to use it for other things besides true emergencies. Think of an emergency fund like an insurance policy, but for your finances. It can give you peace of mind that you'll be covered in the case of a large unexpected expense like car accidents or illness. If you're working to pay off debt, your emergency fund may be smaller, perhaps 1,000 kwacha for a start. But as you pay off debt, you continue to add to that fund until you have 6 months worth of expenses saved. You can also put your emergency fund in a money market savings account that offers slightly higher interest rates. Not all debt is bad. For example, if you got a loan at a 4% interest rate and use that money to invest in something like property, which is earning you a 10% interest rate, then you would have said that that debt is good debt because it's earning you more than it is costing you. Bad debt can therefore be considered debt that is not earning you any money, probably because it was used to acquire liabilities instead of assets. Get out of bad debt. First, figure out how much you owe on various debts such as credit cards, student loans, car loans, and any other loans. The next step is to figure out which debt payoff method you're going to use. There are at least 2 major methods, the snowball method and the avalanche method. With the debt snowball method, you pay off your smallest debts first to gain momentum and to keep up motivation, while with the debt avalanche method, you pay off the debts with the highest interest rates first, and knocking out those higher interest rates could be what keeps you motivated. After you have paid off your bad debt, start saving towards large purchases and expenses so that you can pay them off with cash and avoid getting back into debt. Very few people achieve financial freedom with just one income source. There are a lot of things that you can do to earn some extra income on the side, and these can include getting a second job, starting your own business where you can turn your hobby into a money maker, being a virtual assistant and working from home, driving for Uber or Lyft, renting out spare rooms in your house. Then if you have a good eye for bargains, you can buy items at thrift stores or garage sales and sell them for a profit on eBay or Amazon. Another good way to diversify your income is to use passive income. For ideas on passive income ventures that you can undertake, check out our video on passive income. The link will be in the video description. Having your finances run on autopilot is a smart money move. By automating your finances, you're less susceptible to temptation, and you can effortlessly work towards reaching your financial goals and can do so without making the conscious decision to save or invest or even pay off debt every time that you get paid. Right after you get paid, transfer money directly in order to pay off debt into your emergency fund or other savings accounts or even your retirement account. Take care of your financial goals effortlessly by funding them automatically. There are no major financial decisions or major purchases that need to be made on the spot. In fact, being pressured into making a hasty financial decision is one of the warning signs that the deal might not be as good as it seems. All work or opportunities will be there another day if you are patient. It is better to wait and learn a cheap lesson than hastily rush into something and learn an expensive lesson. When you take the time to sleep on big decisions, you have time to consider alternatives, evaluate whether you really need to do this, and probably get some other opinions and information. These are wise things to do every time you make a big decision, but especially more so for financial decisions. The best investment you can ever make is in yourself. The school system does very little to educate students about finances, debts, and taxes. Therefore, by reading as many financial books as you can, you're able to gain knowledge that will help you make better financial decisions and by extension, make smarter decisions with your money. If you follow these steps, you're going to be on your way to steadily achieving financial freedom. You're going to have freedom from overspending, living from paycheck to paycheck, the stress of having no financial cushion or savings, and ultimately freedom from being in debt. With the ultimate financial freedom, you get to a point in life where you get to choose when and how you're going to work, or if you're going to work at all. Your time will be yours to do with all the amazing things that you have always wanted to get done in your life. Thanks to Expert Engineering for sponsoring this video. Expert Engineering Limited is a Zambian company made up of extremely competent, highly skilled engineers. You can contract them for all your construction and engineering projects, and they will deliver high quality work in the agreed time frame and at a cost that will not break the bank. You can also reach out to them if you want to hire some labor such as electricians, welders, belt splicers, fitters, or any other supporting staff that you're going to need to complete your project, and they will supply you with a workforce that you can count on to complete that project. For those of you in Zambia, Expert Engineering also offers high performance yet fuel efficient portable gensets for your energy needs, both industrial and for home use. You can contact them on the number showing on the screen, which will also be in the video description, or you can search for them on Facebook at Expert Engineering Limited. If you would like to advertise your products or services on our platform, then don't hesitate to contact us. You can send us an email or you can directly message us on our Facebook page, and we'll be able to get in touch with you and find out how best we can help your business grow. If you like what we do here and would like to sponsor us so that we can continue producing educative content like this one, then consider becoming a Patreon by going to patreon.com/EncellaDome and become a patron so that you can keep us financially healthy. We've come to the end of the video, and thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends so that they can also benefit one or two things.